the implementation of the collective bargaining agreement.
Over 100 lecturers protested today outside the Kirinyaga University gate along the Kutus-Kerugoya road. To them, their plight has been neglected despite numerous talks on implementing the 2021-2025 collective bargaining agreement.
17-2021 national CBA. That CBA we were to be paid together with the arrears. Because the arrears for 4 years must be paid so that we are upgraded to the new salaries. All the other universities have paid those arrears. So our question is, does it mean that Kirinyaga University is the poorest of the poorest?
They now stare at unpaid arrears and failed commitments of annual increments.
This employer of ours miscalculated our arrears by 9%. They actually agreed that they have miscalculated. We have been asking them, where is our 9% balance?
Now 30,000 employees in public universities and universities college will withdraw their labor come Wednesday 18th if the demands are not met.
Solidarity forever.
They claim Salaries and Remunerations Commission (SRC) and vice-chancellors are deliberately colluding and derailing the implementation of the CBAs.
There will be no teaching or any work activity in the universities with effect from the expiry of the strike notice.
All chapter CBAs are being frustrated by the vice-chancellors and in collusion with SRC. The reason why we are saying so, SRC gave guidelines in 2019, but universities have failed to comply with that guideline.
They are further calling on uniformed allowances in housing, medical scheme, commuter allowances, car and mortgage loans, and uniformed retirement age across all public universities.
We go to medical scheme. Others are telling their members to go to their kiosks. They have local clinics. Others have comprehensive medical cover. The last time our house allowances were reviewed was in the CBA of 2008. To date, SRC has refused to review house allowance for public university staff.
In regard to the new university funding model,
the union is very clear. We have rejected it. Because one, we have not been told the mode of disbursement. How will it be disbursed? How can my parents' background determine my future?
Learning paralysis is now looming in all public universities following collapsed negotiations between the Inter-Public Universities Council Consultative Forum and the University's Academic Staff Union over the 2021 CBA.
The union makes us strong.
Harriet Chimea, K24.
From matters education to the corridors of justice, and the Supreme Court has today concluded hearing a petition in which the National Assembly, the Office of the Attorney General and the National Treasury Cabinet Secretary are seeking the reinstatement of the Finance Act 2023. This follows a ruling by the Court of Appeal on the 31st of July 2024 that declared the act unconstitutional after the filing of 6 appeals and 3 cross appeals. Alan Owino with more.
Following an appeal filed at the Supreme Court by government entities against the Court of Appeal ruling that declared the Finance Act 2023 unconstitutional, the 7-bench judge panel today concluded the hearing of the petition by 53 petitioners led by Busia Senator Okia Omtata, with the judgment to be issued on notice.
We will resume.
Among issues raised by the judges were questions on whether the act met the adequate threshold for public participation, with the petitioners arguing it didn't.
The question I'm asking is that a breach of the requirement of public participation when it was not known, or was it a new framework that was introduced to raise the bar? And therefore, my question is that unconstitutional, or it is a procedure that was now introduced, is it a mere infraction? Because it is agreed there was public participation, it's only that the bar was raised.
Lead counsel for the National Assembly, Issa Mansu, reiterated the position that there had been adequate public participation and that numerous avenues were made available for the same.
The reports of the committees are published and uploaded on the website on what business of the day is coming in at any given time, and so people can follow what is coming in. The Hansard, as my Lady Justice confirmed, is also uploaded. And then there's the audit paper which contains the amendments that have been done and which have been proposed. And then there are the social media handles. Twitter, the National Assembly at KE, that's a Twitter handle. And then there's Parliament of Kenya and Facebook. All this go on concurrently.
On his end, lead counsel for the Attorney General cautioned against upholding the ruling by the Court of Appeal, saying the move was akin to crippling the economy.
The judicature, without condoning breaches of the Constitution, should avoid radical rulings that imperil the stability of the state, which is exactly what the High Court did in this matter. When you defund the state, by a single stroke of the pen, you defund the state.
Representing the petitioners, lawyer Charles Kanjama took issue with the government entities questioning to what extent the courts had a reach in determining the legality of any business transacted within the confines of the law.
Anything that is inconsistent with the Constitution, any law, is void to the extent of that inconsistency. And this can be read together with Article 165 that deals with the power of the High Court and therefore the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court, and says that the court has the power to determine whether anything said to be done under the authority of the Constitution is null and void. So if something is null and void, it cannot be subjected to structural interdict. It cannot be subjected to a mechanism of nursing it into life. It is void for all purposes.
The judgment of the petition, as communicated by Chief Justice Martha Koome, will be on notice. Alan Wino for K24.
Let's check matters politics now. And the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has warned Azimio leaders who are now part of the broad-based government to play their constitutional roles and avoid interfering with the ruling party, saying that there is no seat which is vacant. The DP, speaking during the burial service of Helen Bate, the mother to a prominent businessman, Dr. David Langat in Nandi County, reiterated that he is not opposed to the formation of the broad-based government, but all leaders should play their constitutional role.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called on Azimio leaders who have joined the government through the formation of broad-based government to play their constitutional role and not to interfere with other leaders' role in the Kenya Kwanza government.
Mtu asiketi pahali mwingine ameke? Si hiyo tu. So unajua hata kwa nyumba ukiingia uweze kalia ile kiti imekaliwa. Unatafuta ile na ukikuta zote zimekaliwa si unasimama. Inakuwa mna hiyo. Bora hakuna mtu anaketi pahali mwingine ameketi, there is no problem. Ama wewe Sudi, wewe ukisikia utaamuka yako mwingine aketi, unaamuka anaketi. Lakini mimi siamuki, mimi nimeketi.
Speaking during a burial service of Helen Bate, mother to a prominent businessman Dr. David Langat in Nandi County, Gachagua said he's not opposed to the formation of broad-based government, but leaders should know that his seat is not vacant.
Sababu sasa pahali Kenya imefika inataka kila mtu achangie so that nobody is blaming the other. You know, najua wengine walikuwa nafikiria ati mimi naweza pinga. Mimi nipinge nini?
The DP has also warned UDA leaders against causing division in the party and in the broad-based government for self-benefit, urging them to focus on development and wait till 2027.
Hii siasa mingi ni ya nini? Uchaguzi huko mbali. Let us allow the president, the deputy president, those given responsibilities, tuwapatie nafasi wafanye kazi. I know you have many expectations come out here, Nandi.
Several leaders from Nandi County snapped the event by the Deputy President, while leaders who accompany him, including K24 Guru and Nandi Governor Stephen Sang, called for unity and respect of the top leadership.
Sasa anachukiwa, anaambiwa Nairobi, hii mti ya kijiji, akwende nyumbani, sisi tuletewe profesa. Profesa ni wetu na hii Rigiji Villager ni yetu. Sisi maneno yetu kule nyumbani tutapanga ikae mzuri. Ikikuwa mzuri tukutane na nyinyi. North Rift, South Rift ikae mzuri. Kingpin ni mmoja anaitwa William Ruto. Kingpin wetu kule anaitwa Rigathi wa Gachagua.
Tunamwambia ukijaribu hiyo mambo ya kina Kidiki kubadilisha, ukijaribu hiyo mambo ya Ndindi, ukijaribu hiyo mambo ya whoever kubadilisha, wananchi wamekataa. That's the truth. Lakini ukisema hiyo ukweli unarushwa nje.
We can all work together and correct whatever needs to be corrected so that we can be able to work together as leaders.
Maneno mengine hii tukae kwa nyumba yetu. Deputy President ni mmoja, rais ni mmoja, sisi ni watoto yao, mtuite, useme wewe mtoto umekosea hii, huyo mwingine umekosea hii. Lakini hii maiki ndio sumu. Kwa sababu vitu umeongea leo ni mzuri. Vitu uliongea last week ni tofauti. Kitu unaongea mchana, ongea pia usiku.
Boniface Msangi, K24 TV.
If only the politicians in this country could channel the same energy they are using to politic 3 years to the general elections and channel the same energy to matters development, would be very far as a country. Now, the government is committed to deepening the ability of savings and cooperative societies to offer loans to Kenyans. This is according to Cooperatives CS Wycliffe Oparanya, who noted that the SACCO industry has continued to grow despite operating under difficult economic conditions, policy and market limitations.
Speaking during the unveiling of the 2023 annual SACCO Supervision Report, Cooperatives Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya said SACCO's loan portfolio in 2023 increased by 11.50% to reach 758 billion, a marginal decline from 11.67% recorded in 2022.
The SACCO industry has continued to grow despite operating under very difficult economic conditions and several policy and market limitations. The total membership among the 357 regulated SACCOs increased by 6.5% to 684 million in 2023 from 6.42 million reported in 2022.
The 2023 annual SACCO Supervision Report highlighted that the total membership among the 357 regulated SACCOs increased by 6.57% to 6.84 million in 2023 from 6.42 million reported in 2022.
The government is therefore calling upon the public to strictly avoid investing their savings in entities which are not licensed. I also call upon the regulated SACCOs, together with other stakeholders, particularly the media, to join hands in educating the public on the financial perils of undertaking SACCOs business with unlicensed entities, especially those pyramid-like entities.
Oparanya also noted that his ministry has continually reviewed the legal and regulatory framework governing leadership and management of SACCOs. He, to this end, called upon SACCOs to quickly align themselves to the policy vision of the government as captured in the Cooperative Bill 2024, where a federation of SACCOs is proposed. The CEO of the SACCO Society Regulatory Authority, Peter Njuguna, on his part, highlighted the challenges faced by SACCOs in the country.
About 240 SACCOs that are less than $1 billion. And these are small SACCOs. You find that they have, sustainability financially, operationally is a challenge. You keep giving them conditions, pushing them. Some of them are able, but others are unable to respond because the competition in Kenya is very huge. Risks that are emerging technology, adopting those channels we are seeing also brings, naturally, inherent risks. We have mobile fraud, we have cyber attacks, and the related risks. This is an issue we require SACCOs to report.
Oparanya further revealed that the ministry is exploring policy options to include expanding jurisdiction of the Cooperative Tribunal to cover disputes between cooperatives and employers so as to expedite the resolution of non-remittance cases.
Thank you so much.
Busara Naman, K24 TV.
Well, on that note, we just take another brief breather. We'll be back in not so long.